I don't know if let us know on Twitter if Jace Bellerin is a common thing you see in these sideboards.
Well, he was rare in Lorwyn and he's Mythic now. But he's been reprinted as much as some commons, I think.
Brennan DeCandio versus Josh Jacobson.
So yeah, combo still showing its ugly head in the format. I know a lot of people love the combo decks. I kind of enjoy watching them. I don't want them to run rampant, but I like seeing them.
Sure,
around.
yeah. Like I said, Legacy is very commonly misunderstood as a format where turn 1 kills happen all the time.
Right.
And, honestly, they don't even happen in Vintage as much as you'd like to think. But they're very much less frequent than you would expect them to be in Legacy. But this is a deck that is capable of them. If you can disrupt them, or if they get off to a good start, you got to draw the turn 1 kill, you know? It doesn't always happen.
I've seen it happen with an ad nauseam. I was watching Magic Online, watching an ad nauseam list. I can't remember the specific sequence, but it was a turn 1 kill involving multiple Lion's Eye Diamonds and an Infernal Tutor.
Yeah. Multiple Lion's Eye Diamonds usually lead to the turn 1 kill.
Right.
Aliantrazi, after his loss, has not lost again. So he's X1 at this point. Oh man. That's what happened. I was wondering what you blocked.
Players in Legacy Open. Can I get the following players, please come
He
to
thought
the
that,
stage.
Yeah, we talked about this in the booth earlier, his opponent.
Okay.
Joey Carey, Zach Schaffner.
His opponent, who played Affinity, who came in, was it Mike Riley, who was in the booth for a while, was talking about that. He said he thought Metalworker was 1-3, and he just didn't realize it, and that was what really was, the big mistake there. Because I remember I looked back and went, what happened? What did he play? What removal did the Affinity player just play against the Metalworker? I mean, there's not removal in the deck. And you were like, no, he blocked, and I'm like, huh, weird. Why did he block?
7. You have 50 minutes. Good luck. You may begin.
So we got some mulligans going
Back
on
players,
here.
if you're in draft open number 2, your round 2 pairings are now being posted. Draft open number 2, round 2 pairings are now being posted.
If we get to talk to Ali later, I'm going to talk to him about both his Legacy deck and his Standard deck.
Yeah.
No, these aren't the exact lists that he played, I don't think. He ended up playing something that's slightly different. But if you take a look at his article from the other day, Jin Gataxius, I Love You, it shows you both lists. Close approximations of both lists.
Right on.
So both
Josh,
players, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Josh started off with a Whiskey Rainforest. Pluto Delta from Brennan, and they both search up Underground Seas. You may travel both east or west, but the road to Underground Sea is the best.
All right.
It was a phrase my grandfather used to say, paraphrased.
Duress from Brennan.
A very shiny, very fancy duress. A brainstorming response there.
Yep. Hide the pieces you want to keep.
Notice that, or you can't notice from looking at them playing cards, but Brennan does not have Mental Misstep. Oh, he has 4 in the sideboard. Never mind.
I was going to say...
they're everywhere.
I thought I saw them over there. Yeah, between these two decks, there's 8. The full 8 in these lists. One has a playset in the main. That's Josh right there. Has a playset in the main, and Brennan has a playset in the sideboard. So, Brainstorm resolves, and now the rest goes to resolve. We see Force as some bookends there.
Yep.
Pernicious Deed, Bayou, Ponder, something else.
Looks like maybe another Ponder. But I can't.
Could be another Ponder, but I don't think
no,
I think it's an Endilion click maybe.
That, yeah. I think that's likely.
Yeah.
Attention Magic players,
Just supports
looking
Will.
for Campbell Watley.
Protects him with the brainstorm and then draws it and plays it.
Yep. So now we know we hit with the brainstorm at least one of the cards.
These are pretty brutal against combo decks.
Players, in $10 draft number 4, to the main event stage, please. $10
It's a
draft
ponder.
number 4, to the main event stage, please.
And it looked like an Infernal Tutor. But it's kind of hidden at this point.
Can we get confirmation as to what just went to the graveyard from that hymn? The top two cards, it's Ponder and something else.
I think it was Infernal Tutor, but just confirm.
Rashad says Infernal Tutor. So, brainstorm from Brennan. Didn't look very happy with it. Josh ponders. We see Go for the Throat, Bob, and him. I think that what it was. Drawing the him here, I think. He has another land. Or he's thinking about it. Checking his hand here. I don't think he has another land because he dropped his Bayou already.
You can always Thoughtseize, though.
Yeah, that's what it looks like he's going to do. Thoughtseize. Show me what you got. LED.
Wow,
Looted
Dark
Delta.
Root. That's Dark Ritual
Dark
there.
Ritual, yeah.
Yep. I think he takes LED.
Andrew Pacifico, so your draft captain, please.
Yep.
Andrew Pacifico, your opponent's waiting.
You know you want to take it. Oh,
Magic players,
okay.
we signed up for booster draft number 4.
Yeah, I guess, that does make sense. I mean, at this point, it's a totally dead card, so. I mean, we'll see just how dead here, but Dark Ritual will get him the mana he needs without having to, discard his hand. So, probably a better play. I've been blown out by too many LEDs to not take it though personally, so I would have probably taken that LED. I probably would have been wrong. So got the polluted Delta there. See, he runs Stifle. No, it looks like he cut the Stifles. Yep. Josh cut the Stifles from his bug control.
There's like no dazes either.
Or, yeah, no dazes either.
No stifle, no daze. I think that's about right. That's probably. He needed to make room for a mental misstep. And he also plays Pernicious Deed main.
We have a tutor there that gets countered.
No engineered explosives main. Yep. Grim Tutor just got Force of Will from by removing a Vendilion click. And Josh goes with the Bob. Yeah, him's not so good when the guy has LED and nothing else. So there's a preordain from Brennan.
He did get to filter through two dead draws there. But he does draw another land, so he's just got an LED in hand.
Yep, LED and a bunch of lands.
Tombstone. No, kidding.
Yep.
Go for the throat.
Go for the throat off of the Dark Confidant for Josh. So takes a little bit of damage. Draws another him. So he's got him. Go for the throat.
Yeah,
He says him.
Yeah, might as well just get rid of the diamond.
Discard it. Why not? He's got him deed, I think. Oh, not him deed. Him go for the throat deed.
Yep.
And Bob is his primary threat at the moment.
Wow. He's gonna beat down this Bob big time.
Yeah. Well, it's a long clock. You know what I mean? He's gonna take literally 8 turns right now. If okay, never mind. He cracks. He does a little bit of work, so 7 turns at the moment.
I mean, with this,
including this one, obviously. So 6 more swings from that bob.
With Brennan's position here, an ad nauseum would, well, still, his life total's too low to even make a very profitable ad nauseum.
Yeah.
So, doing his job. Bob is doing work.
Unfortunately, it does not look like he's playing Phyrexian Unlife in his ad nauseum list. Some people have said it works. I don't know that it's necessary. Angel's Grace does the same thing. I'm not playing that either.
Yeah. You'd have to play white in the deck, which doesn't seem like a great idea.
So, lots of fetching happening. And Bob revealing Inquisition. So,
yeah.
Drawing another Bob. Inquisition, what do you got? Brainstorm.
Brainstorm response. Should have protected something. Alright.
And resolves take my Lotus Petal. Bob in for another 2.
For 2 more.
And play another Bob. I at least think that's what he's going for. He definitely tapped 2. Yep, there it is, Bob.
Force. No, I'm just kidding.
So Duress from Brennan takes him to Torok, leaving Bob off of Bob. That's Bob number 3. And land. That's the first time he's hit land off.
I know, he was taking damage from it.
Yeah.
Turn, don't forget.
There's Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yup.
Better that he hit the land than that.
Yeah, true.
So, in for 4.
Now he can crack his fetch and use Jace to protect his life total a little bit at least.
I think he's going to be going Fate Seal. I mean, he can protect his life total if that's what...
He can, I don't know. Yeah,
he could also just go Fate Seal. I mean, Brennan's empty-handed.
Yeah, Brennan has nothing really, on top of his deck, and there's nothing.
And Josh has Go for the Throat, Pernicious Deed. I didn't get a look at what else. That 3rd Bob, by the way, I know that's there. Oh, goes with the Brainstorm. So sure, go ahead and protect your life total. I mean, that's fine.
I mean there's nothing you can really draw off the top of his deck at this point that would just instantly win him the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
pass a turn, land this time. Yep. Scoop it up. Yep. Did Brennan think he was going to make a mistake and accidentally put a high casting cost card there?
Who knows?
Put a 5 and a 4 on top. Force and another Jace on top. Wait, how does this work? No. So going into game 2, Josh takes game 1 after stripping Brennan's hand
of like everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything. Him to Torok was the big one right there. The first him.
Yeah.
A lot of discard happening between both of those decks.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so as you were saying, not entirely sure about sideboarding for ad nauseum because it's not something we're familiar with. Like I said, I've played against it, haven't played with it.
Right. Exactly. I mean, that's exactly how it's been for me. You know what I mean? Like, I've played against the deck a couple times, never had a chance to actually use it myself. That's one of the best ways to prepare for it. Like, to play against a deck you're unfamiliar with is to play the deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean, you learn the ins and outs, you learn what you would do in those situations.
Yep.
And then you know. Or at least you have a better idea of what your opponent might be thinking because, like,
you've been there.
Yeah, exactly. And I have not been there, so fortunately, I don't quite have it.
Looking at
Turn
Josh's
2
side.
Karn, that's so great. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this here. So we talked about a turn 2 Karn that they saw at a Legacy GPT
Wow.
off of the Mono Brown deck.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts. Oh, it doesn't. I don't know if that seems very likely. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I feel like you can only use Metalworker to cast artifacts, or is it color spells? I'm guessing it's artifacts.
Yeah, just some confirmation from Twitter from Stormaster, who obviously plays Storm and says so. Right, says so in his tweet. But the hymns, the Thoughtseize, Force of Will, Mental Misstep, that's all pretty hard to fight.
Yeah,
I was just about to talk about Josh's sideboard, and it doesn't really look like he has anything that he needs to bring in. Like there's not really anything in here that looks like it's necessary for him to bring in. I kind of imagine that. I mean, all right, I'll just read it down: Smother, Croson Grip, Trinket Mage, Submerge, Lawan, Engineered Explosives, Tormod's Crypts, Relic of Progenitus, Pithing Needle, Ravenous Trap. I don't know that any of that seems relevant. So I think he's got a good main deck against Brennan.
By the way, Platypus Jedi just confirmed that Ancient Tomb or City of Traders into Grim Monolith, and then Ancient Tomb or Cities of Traders play Karn. Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay, it is very possible with that deck. Never mind.
Right. No, no Xanted Swarm in Brennan's list.
No. Just Take 54 on Twitter says they are super excited to check out the new meta. I guess they just tuned in. Welcome to the broadcast. We've had a lot of fun watching it so far today. Let's sum it up to you in a pretty short summary. It's
Standard or Legacy?
It's Legacy.
Okay.
Legacy is pretty much the same decks you've seen, but most of them have 4 mental missteps either in the main or sideboard.
Yep.
A lot of them.
What other?
Which is great because we've still seen so many different decks. It didn't make any one deck take over. It's a tool that everyone has access to. So it didn't cause any sort of one deck to dominate. Although blue-based strategies certainly got stronger. Mm-hmm. Because they can cast the spell,
I believe it's the only new Phyrexia card, a spell we've seen cast.
And we've seen a lot of them cast.
Right. Well, as far as Legacy goes, we've seen Karn in some lists. In fact, it is in Brennan's list.
Right.
But we've not seen it actually in play or even attempted to resolve. And other than those two, even, have we seen any other new Phyrexia cards? Did we see any Dismembers?
I don't think we saw any Dismembers,
I don't think we did
even
either.
though I think that Dismember is
I think it's worth playing in Legacy.
awesome. I think it's worth playing in mono blue. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think it's really that good.
If you don't have access to white, I think, for Sword to Plowshares, obviously, then I think it's worth considering Dismember. Unless you obviously have access to black, but even then, you could consider Dismember because you could pay for the black, or you could also just have a 1 casting cost removal spell.
Right.
But then again, you may play Snuff Out, you may feel more comfortable playing that. Snuff Out, though, does not hit Dark Confidant. So, turn 1 Thoughtseize gets Mental Misstepped. Again, as Joe just said, we've seen a lot of them cast.
There's another one. So the guy's name, by the way, is Storm is Fair on Twitter.
Oh.
Which is funny.
TweetDeck makes the F look like a T.
Yeah, it is weird. Thoughtseize from Josh. Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize from Brennan got Mental Misstep by Josh. Josh now Thoughtseizing Brennan.
Okay, yeah. It's the way that the cards were facing Josh, so I got confused. I thought they were Josh's hand.
Yeah, he's flipped them around. So he takes a Brainstorm out of a hand. Wow, I almost got to see it.
Had a Tendrils there. Rips a Brainstorm off the top. of his library, not off of Sensei's Divining Top.
Which is not in play.
No. Just Jake 54, not just Take 54. Just Jake 54 adds, and now I'm super excited. I got a shout out on GG's Live, which is actually SCG Live. Thank you very much.
Yeah, edit out that shout out.
Yeah,
Just
cut that out. You won't see that in the archived coverage, don't worry.
So, him to Torok.
Him to Turok is pretty good against this deck.
Yeah, pretty good against a lot of decks. And he is,
Why don't you just use an 8-sider?
I think he's just rolled about 5-6 times without hitting anything.
See, people...
Yeah. Repeal.
There you go. Now you got one for sure. That's why I carry multiple kinds of dice.
And
so
an LED.
8-sider, 6-sider, done with it. Like... 5
That's
and
the
6
one
reroll.
repeal in his list. And there it went.
That's pretty bad. That's definitely something he boarded in. Hitting a sideboard card off of him. That's why him to Turok is fun. I mean, I guess I have to correct that statement. Him to Turok is fun for the people who play it.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the people who it gets played against. Josh draws another Him to Turok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, do it. I have to re-roll a second. Wow. And Mental Misstep does not counter Him to Turok. Keep that in mind when you go to build your decks. And a Tarmogoyf will probably beat down for the win. It seems very unlikely at this point that Brennan can come out of this.
Yeah, I mean, he's just getting his hand ripped apart.
Mental Misstep.
See, Storm is fair.
Yeah, Storm is fair when it gets double him. And Thoughtseize, right?
Mm-hmm. Him, Thoughtseize.
Misstep, meeting a misstep, Ponder resolves. Probably likes that Force of Will. He sure does.
Yep.
Beat in with a big old boy.
Goif's big. Definitely got instant sorcery,
Artifact.
land, artifact. Instant sorcery, land, artifact.
No creatures. Probably just a 4/5 then.
Mm-hmm. No enchantments. And that is another Goif.
Beating it for 8. Brennan has 1 turn to win, and he does not. And that's game. 2-0 for Josh Jacobson, playing Bug Control, against Brennan, playing